The of the PCI was even more disconcerting. Girolamo Licauzi, the island's leading communist, stirred up the masses with his demands for the redistribution of the land's feudal holdings. His words, "We plan no Soviet rule here," did not reassure the mafia and the propertied classes, and they revitalized the longings of the landless poor for economic reform.
Okay, this is why it's hard to understand, but this is why the power elite invented communism in order to create an image that this desire, the very desire of, or sentiment of what they call land redistribution, is identified as demonic, evil. In all contexts, in Islamic monotheism, in Christian monotheism, and in Judaic monotheism. This idea, the very concept. And then when you understand that that concept is echoed within, here we go, this is my conversation with ChatGPT. Common law protects these claims of ownership even if they were acquired by way of mass genocide, correct? ChatGPT 3.5. Common law tradition shaped by historic recognition and precedents can indeed protect claims of ownership, including titles and privileges. The historic context may involve situations where such claims were acquired through various means, including conquest or colonization. The protection of ownership under common law is based on legal precedents, which may sometimes include historical injustices or actions that contemporary perspectives find problematic. It's important to note that legal systems, including common law, evolve, and discussions around historical claims continue to be part of the legal, ethical, and societal debates. So the conquerors dictate the definition of law and common law systems, and the conquered are like the various victims we have discussed above, all who were either denied justice or negated to irrelevance in legal proceedings. Common law systems, including historical contexts of conquest and colonization, have indeed been influenced by the actions and perspectives of conquerors. The legal precedents established often reflect the norms and values of the ruling authorities at the time. In many cases, the conquered populations face challenges in seeking justice within the legal systems imposed upon them. Within the legal systems imposed upon them, okay? There's no such thing as American law. America has been ruled by English common law, which is a legal system imposed upon us. No right-minded American who identifies as American first and doesn't identify as German or English or Italian or any of that other bullshit, which are just ideas. Oh, but it's been around for a long time. It's really old, so it must be true. No, they're just ideas. If you identify with them, you cannot be an American. It's like they talk about it. Oh, we want to bring our culture into America. No. Leave that shit at the fucking door. You're a guest. Oh, but the human rights, okay? So, it is a legal system imposed upon us. No right-minded American wants to be ruled by the Vatican, wants to be subjected to European peerages, or wants to be disenfranchised when it comes to, we'll call it a real estate opportunity in which they're competing. Like, say they want to buy a plot of land, and Catholic Church or Southern Baptist or somebody wants to buy the same land for a cemetery or a convent or a school, whatever it is. No right-minded American wants to be put in a position in which the American government supports this corporate entity, be it foreign or domestic, simply because it is a corporate entity over them as a civilian citizen. You understand? So in that note, all this to say is, you got to understand, land reform means the abolition of monarchy. That is what it really means. When you destroy, put it like this, before Queen Elizabeth died, there were some videos going around that were talking about the titles held Okay, titles of ownership. Oh shoot, I could do that right here too. Titles of ownership. Titles of ownership are all about they come with the rank, whatever the rank it is. So like when Queen Elizabeth died, here we go, titles of ownership. Within the queen is just a position. She is not the queen. She's in the position of the queen. Title of ownership to property. This is why they create this corporate thing, which is a monarchy. A monarchy is a corporation, okay? That transports or transmits their wanton claims of ownership into preceding generations. Common law then is established to justify those claims regardless of the means of acquisition. And the further it goes in time, common law is designed to further legitimize the monarch corporate claims of ownership. And this can be seen in the Falkland Islands, in the Chagosian people's struggle against the Anglosphere, in Diego Sanchez, the island Diego Sanchez, and etc., etc. So titles of ownership to property, the contingent fact that confers this definite person, corporation, or society the right to a definite material good or body of goods. Some titles are creation, effective occupation of unowned goods, production. Oh, effective occupation of unowned goods. That's another legal concept that goes into Black's Law Dictionary. Production, invention, accession, prescription, contract, inheritance, and restitution due. They don't say thievery. You notice that? But that's actually how it all comes about. So darn, thought I was gonna just go back to common. Okay, so the dynamics of power, historical injustices, and the imposition of legal frameworks by those in authority contribute to the complexities of justice and fairness in common law systems. It's a nuanced... Okay, all that to say is there is an alternative to common law. But any legal system with the faculty to preserve and protect preserve and protect profits, property, and titles gained by means of mass slaughter, institutional famines, slavery, apartheid, prima nocta type peerage policies are not legal systems in the final analysis, but criminal enterprises in operation, correct? Labeling an entire legal system as a criminal enterprise is a broad characterization. Legal systems, including common law, are complex entities which aspects of historical injustices and privileges might be embodied in legal structures, the ongoing evolution of legal frameworks to allow for reforms and improvements. So they would say, well, look, they turned black people initially weren't even considered people, and now we have a black president. So that's what they consider the ongoing evolution of legal frameworks allows for reforms and improvements, and therefore justifies the maintenance of English common law in the United States. So here we go. A civilian society. First, we must understand that English common law is not civil law. Like the rest of it's religious law. Okay? Like the rest of which is a violation of the United States Constitution. So the very act of imposing English common law on us is a violation of the Constitution that they claim is a contract that protects us from such oppression.